Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. It's going to be a double upload kind of day because we've got a brand new RSL helper version and you guys like it when I upload these videos to help keep you in the loop of how to get it up and running and what has changed so that you can continue to play Rage of Legends on the PC as efficiently as possible. So that's what we're going to do here is we're going to show you how to very easily get the newest open beta version and then some of the things to keep in mind as you're playing around with it and how to get things set up so that you can be using it according to how you would like. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, what you're going to do is go to your local main hard drive and then program files and then down to RSL helper 64, and you're just going to want to go ahead and delete that. Do this while you have RAID closed, RAID, RSL helper, all of that closed. Just go ahead and delete that folder. You can go to your recycle bin and get it out of there. We're going to be doing a fresh reinstall of RSL helper to try out the new open beta. Then after you've done that, I'll provide a link down below to Farbstoff's Discord, which is where you're going to want to be if you want to stay in the loop of getting the most up-to-date version of RSL. But you can see today at 11:34 local time for me, which is a couple hours ago, we've got the new open beta release right here, and then the download link right there. So you'll see what that looks like, and there'll be a link to that channel down below in the video description and the pinned comment, so you can find it nice and easily. But you want to click on this and download this file, and then up there you can see in my downloads folder right here that is what I have got downloaded, the RSL initial setup version 3.0, and the file is right there in my downloads folder. You're going to want to go ahead and run that. So we go ahead and we run that, and you can see down there the installation. So we install that, and right now it's firing it up. So once this finishes installing, now we're going to go ahead and find that in that same location where we deleted the folder before. As long as you left all the directories as default and just kind of clicked and went, it will place in the exact same spot. So you can just go to your C drive right here and then go back to program files, and let me move myself a little bit so you can see, and then go down here to RSL helper X64, and right there this is going to be the let me go ahead and get the pen back out. So this is going to be what you're using to launch it. You can right click on that and pin that to your start menu or something, but that is the file, the RSL helper executable. That is what you're going to use to run RAID. Don't launch RAID. You're going to use that to launch RAID for you. So when you run that, it should go ahead and fire up RAID and you will be in game. As you can see, I right click, run as administrator, and it'll go ahead and start the loading process right now. First launch can take a little bit sometimes as it's kind of grabbing its bearings here. But there we go, and I can see it kind of loading up and doing the initial setup. This is what my main monitor looks like right now. So it's not going to be fancy, nice and cropped in, but it is loading RSL right now. And then once it gets in game, you will see it kind of grab and be in session. You can still see the loading bars kind of going right there. Sometimes when you're launching it for the first time, it can take a little bit, but let me go ahead and minimize this, and there we go. Now you can see it is running. When you first get it up and running, it's not going to have anything loaded in. You're going to have to go ahead and do a run or something so that you can get it loaded up onto your profile. So now what I would do is just kind of go in and do like a free Doom Tower battle or something. Some of these stages, they don't cost anything, so you just click on a random stage. And oh, there's actually a bug going on today. I heard about this in the Doom Tower where you have to use a preset team for it to load in. So yeah, there's definitely a bug going on with the Doom Tower as well. If you're experiencing that bug, until Plarium can get it addressed, set up a team setup, pre-selected team, and then use that to go ahead and fill it in, and then you can run. And now you can see that right here, now things have plugged in to RSL helper, but you typically got to do two, because right now it's showing them as like red and missing gear and stuff. So you got to do another run. We're going to click replay, and now they're nice and plugged in and showing their actual stats, and you can see the information proper. At first, sometimes it'll show nothing, and then the first run, it'll load them in, but it won't show their gear. Then you do another run, and now it is plugged in and it's ready to go. And so now when you've got RSL loaded in and everything's good to go, there's a few things that to take note of really quick here. You're going to want to make sure you've got all the boxes checked that you want going on. Typically, like your normal setup is going to be run effective resources. When you tell it to go, it'll go until you don't have any energy. And then also auto selling artifacts if you wanted to do that. And the way that these sell options work are a lot different now. So you're going to have to actually set up parameters that you want it to go through and check in order to see if it is going to sell anything. So I'll play around with this and get it more min-maxed and perfect. But the way you do this is you can see right now I set up one to sell all artifacts that are less than or equal to 4-star. No matter what it is, just sell it. If it's 4-star, 3-star, whatever, it's going to be very rare I come across that, but it's automatically going to sell that. Then also the same thing for anything less than or equal to a 5-star epic. So it's only going to be keeping 5-star legendaries that I can go ahead and review myself. Then after that, I've got it set up to anything that's on the bottom. Gloves, chest, and boots. If they have a flat stat as the main stat, go ahead and rip it. And then I set up some more specific ones here with like helms and shields and stuff. If they've got 2 flat stats on them, to go ahead and get rid of those as well, no matter what they are. Now, you can set up a few different parameters. You can make exceptions for like keep all accuracy banners. If you wanted to do something like that, you would go keep and then artifact set. It's not part of a set, so you would just kind of leave that the way it is. I don't know why that moved. Here we go. Artifact type, you would go down to banner. And then you could say like anything greater than or equal to a 5-star epic. As long as the main stat is accuracy, I want to keep that banner. And then you can see you're telling it to keep all banners greater than or equal to 5-star epic if they have the accuracy main stat, and then you would add rule. So now you're going to make sure that you get a chance to review all of those accuracy banners to make sure you don't get some that are like triple rolling speed or something. So you'd have to go through and kind of play around with that and get the parameters to match up how you want them compared to your preferences. And once you play around with this for a little bit, you'll get used to it as you kind of go along. And if you want to get rid of one of these, you just select it and then click delete rule, and you're kind of back to normal. So this is initially how I set mine up, and I'll go through and play around with it as time goes forward. This is so new today. You can also plug in something and then test it to see every time it's moving the screen every time I adjust something here. But you can also go through and set up stuff and then do a sell check to see if you want to make sure you're not going to be selling like 6-star speed pieces or something. You can go ahead and check it just to be sure. And then I believe to save it, you do have to go back to the auto clicker, and now it will save the changes that you made in the sell options. If you just leave this here, I don't think it's up to date yet. You have to kind of go back here and finalize it and kind of get things rolling and have it saved and updated. And also under the settings tab, I go through and set all these to 1. I think these are set to like 150 or 150 ms or maybe 1 second or whatever. But yeah, you want to go through and adjust some of these toggles, just make them a little bit quicker in my opinion. Or if you do want them to have a little bit of a delay, so you have time to jump in before things get sold or before you do energy refills, you can kind of set that up right here. Also, there has been a section added to track clan boss loot for the last week and the last month. So the way this works, it's not pulling the data from your raid account. It's actually just a fancy way of manually tracking it for you, so you don't have to do it with like a pen and a paper. So what that means is you've got to, every time you open a clan boss chest or pull shards, you've got to have RSL helper open while you're doing that. Otherwise, this stuff will be thrown off. So if you are on your phone and you open up a clan boss chest without RSL helper open, well, now it's going to throw off these numbers and it won't be accurate. So it's basically just a pen and paper fancy way of doing it manually for you, as long as you have RSL open when you're pulling shards and when you're opening clan boss chests and things like that. But there's all sorts of other stuff you could do here, you know, with the event trackers and grinding food and stuff by doing multi-level XP and then setting your food and telling it what you want to run. But I didn't want to turn this into like a 30-minute guide on RSL Helper. I just wanted to show you how to kind of get it up and running, because it is a new version 3.0 of the beta, and where you could get it and how you could get it implemented to your account and get things up and running and how it worked for me when doing so. So basically, just follow that link down below. Get the download file, go to your downloads folder, and then make sure before you install it that you have cleared it out. Go to like C program files, RSL helper, delete that folder, go to that setup file that you had downloaded, run it, and then make sure you've got RAID RSL helper. Obviously, all of that stuff should probably be closed since you are already able to delete RSL helper, and then just install it, run it, do a couple runs, and boom, it should be implemented. So if it does not work for you, that same Discord server that you're getting the download file from, you can go post in the tech support section or whatnot, and they're usually pretty good about trying to help everybody with some of the more common issues, and they'll know more about that on Farbsoft's Discord community than I will, because it's usually worked for me fine. So admittedly, I'm not going to be a super expert on some of the technicalities for those of you where it's not working, because it's always been pretty smooth for me, at least for the last few months or so. And today, when I got this new version, poof, I kind of showed you live here on video. Just delete my old one, install the new one, run it, and we're good to go. So that is going to do it for this one. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.